What's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Web3 Experience. Here in the Alpha Pro Sprinter, I'm here with IllaDaProducer. I'm here with Darius. Introduce yourself to the fam.
What up, fam? It's your man IllaDaProducer, 12-time platinum, Grammy-nominated music producer, also the community and partnership lead at YUGA Labs.
Yo, it's your boy Mr. Darius. We out here going crazy. It's lit again. Music NFT artist, author, poet extraordinaire. We going crazy. Let's go. 2023. How we feeling?
Freelance here. We're just here to talk about creativity, connections in Web3, Who's Treehouse, some of Darius's art that he's been making. Let's get into it. Illa, could you give us a little breakdown of your music journey and what really pushed you into Web3 and into the role that you have today with YUGA?
Oh yeah, my music journey is a pretty wild one, just like anyone who's had success in the industry. It's a lot of ups and downs, peaks and valleys, bumps in the road. After a lot of work and 10,000 hours in the studio, I was fortunate enough to work with EMINEM on his Revival album, which led me to work with him on his Kamikaze album. I ended up doing 4 songs on Kamikaze. Then I did a 5th song, which was called Kill Shot, which he dissed MGK, which went to number 3 on Billboard. Got me a Grammy nomination for Lucky You, and got me a Guinness World Record for Kill Shot, which I steamrolled into a huge publishing deal by the grace of God, and I was able to actually leverage those songs into getting a admin deal, which enables you to own a lot of your ownership as a producer versus a co-pub deal. That led me to crypto. Crypto led me to NFTs. NFTs, my first one I bought were mutants, which led me to the community. After DJing for a week and spending a lot of money, so much money I don't want to talk about. Got 4 mutants and ended up getting the ape within 2 weeks, and then the price tanked, and then I was like, oh shit, I have had spent all this bread, and then jumped into the community because I saw I'm a holder. I'm not somebody who, I don't take a loss because I don't sell, especially if I have a conviction, you know what I'm saying? And I don't spend $1 unless I have conviction. So once I had those assets, I went and dove into the community. And that's where I found all the treasure, all the value is in that community, all the networking. That led me to be a presence as one of the leaders in the community. That led Guy Osiri to recognizing what he saw in my talents as a speaker and as somebody who is a champion of the YUGA Labs and Bored Ape brand. He recruited me to start at YUGA, and that's where I'm here now. After July, it's been like 9 months now, so it's been a wild ride.
Darius, how about you? Give us a little background on your journey. And I know you just dropped a song with Illa. Kind of explain that release for us a little bit.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Mo. Appreciate your Web3 experience. Shout out Illa, man. Me and Illa originally met online via Twitter Spaces. Shout out Twitter. Elon Musk in the building. Illa dropped an NFT collection known as the Who's. My man tokenized his beats, his high quality beats that he usually lets go for 15, 20 racks.
15,000.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy, you know what I'm saying? But he tokenized it for us. Shout out to Illa for doing that for the community, the music community. I invested in several of Illa's Who's, go figure, last year at this very event, Miami NFT Week, which is where we are right now. Full circle, we finally just meeting today, so a few tangents, but amazing story. That led us to doing open mics live in the Twitter Spaces. Illa said, I got a particular sound. Illa would say, yo, you got a particular sound, I love your sound, let's do it this way so you can hit these particular pockets. Those open mics were like dojo sessions for us as artists, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them MFers that actually listen to that critique, high-end critique from an established artist like Illa. And so with that, I was able to parlay a lot of those techniques into my new open mics. Ended up winning an open mic, and I think several weeks later, Illa hit me up randomly out of the blue, man, via DM on Twitter, which is like a highlight. He's like, yo, what's your wallet address? You remember doing that shit? Man, send me a beat. You didn't say shit after that. He just sent me a who. Now, prior to that, I had already submitted like a few tracks to Illa already, right? There was a few of them that people really liked in the spaces. So I just sent them over to his Discord. And I'm thinking in my head, he want me to go crazy on this beat because he'd been talking to me about my tone for the longest, you know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, he didn't even have to say anything. I felt that that's what he wanted me to do. So I just ended up going snapping on that thing. I heard it once. I let it process in my brain for a couple of days, and then I jumped back in front of it, and the flows came out. Boom, and we had a record. And I sent that over last year, December, before Christmas, and it was just chilling in man's Discord. And I'm just thinking, oh, he'll get, Illa busy. You know what I'm saying? We all busy. It's holidays, and I said, he gonna get back to it. Played it once in the space, got some reviews, and I played it a second time. There were like 500, 600, 700 people going crazy in this space, right? Illa happened to see it. Illa was live at Paris NFT. This is crazy how Web3 this shit is. We live in a Twitter space talking about NFTs. Illa's at a Paris NFT conference, waking up from being DJing and shit.
No, it was dope. There was a ton of energy in the room. As a creative, that's the thing you imagine when you make songs, is people actually responding positively to it with excitement, and then that natural demand. So that's what struck me right away. It was like, oh, there's a natural demand for the track, because the host of the space, who was like basically the conductor of the whole room, was like, yo, we got to get this track. Illa, what are we going to do with the track? When can we get this track? We love Mr. Darius. And that showed me that this was a community that Mr. Darius was a part of that I wasn't even privy to. That's what introduced me to actually the Kid Called Beast and the Beast Hood and their music community. And it was dope to see Mr. Darius doing his work and jumping into every Twitter space, jumping into different communities, letting his voice be heard, playing his music. Because that's what it takes. You can't be shy when you have these songs and you want to make an impact, you want to grow a community. It's going up stage by stage, person by person, and playing them songs. So it felt good for me as a producer to tell him this information, because I think the nigga sound like Ludacris. So I'm like, there's a wide open lane for you right now, because there's not a voice like Luda. There's not somebody with that tone. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people gravitate to certain artists, and it's always, to me, is about the tone, especially as a producer. Yeah. So I heard this nigga voice. I was like trying to remember, like, what does it sound like? And then one day it hit me, Luda. I heard the Luda. I'm like, this nigga sound like Ludacris. I'm like, bro, so, and he was doing certain times he would hit these pockets. I'm like, yo, lean into that pocket. You already got the flow, like, you already got the tone like Luda, but lead into these pockets and just be very descriptive and use your voice as an instrument. And nigga listen, because that's really producing, is more than making a beat. It's taking the artist and using his voice as the added instrument on top of what you've already laid down. So with lit, it was like he listened and the song just turned out perfectly, because the pockets he's using complement the beat perfectly. So I was excited to hear Lit, especially in Paris. Wake up wiping the boogies out my eye to a room full of people like, yo, when we getting lit? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I guess right now, I don't know.
How do you feel in this new digital shift with artists being able, all these different new NFT music services coming out, different ways of streamlining revenue to artists and to their community members? How do you think this transition is going to really unfold?
I think it's just a net positive, man, because at the end of the day, we as musicians and creatives, we just been dealing with the hand that was dealt to us by these labels and these entities that really have had the game in a chokehold. So the fact that there's these protocols and there's these tools and then there's these creative ways for artists to now have ownership over their revenue streams, it's fucking mind blowing, and it's a shift in the whole thought process of artists that you can never. The cat's out the bag. You can never put that shit back now. Oh, Pandora's box has been bust wide open. The only thing that's happening is the artists are slow to realize this opportunity, because their labels, their managers, their A&Rs are purposely gatekeeping. Damn, it's been a long night
out here.
Yeah, they gatekeeping, man. So as these artists gain more knowledge about the space, they're gonna start flooding into the space. And that's why, I felt like I was a little early with Who's Treehouse, but I know for sure, as somebody from the traditional music industry, this opportunity is the floodgates. It's the new .com era. It's kind of the Wild West, which is the place that we love to operate in anyway as a creative person. We want to jump in and break shit. You know what I'm saying? It's been pretty boring having Groundhog Day in the music industry, but now, because of blockchain and the way that we're using it as creatives, as musicians, there's a ton of promise, and I'm bullish on the whole thing, man.
Creativity. This is the time to build. This is the time to disrupt. And wherever there's disruption, you know what I'm saying, positively in this direction, I mean, you could see a lot of fruit. You can bear a lot of fruit from this. So, I mean, it's a time to collab. It's a time to network, you know, which is what we obviously did. We made this whole song via Web3, fam. Like, we never met until today. Like, this is crazy. We're all moving this ahead together. You know what I'm saying? You already know what they say about high tides, baby. Let's go.
You got any YUGA alpha for us? I know we got a lot of shit going on.
No, you.
Hey, come on.
Developments.
Just know Who's is gonna be on the other side.
Talk about that. Oh, what was that?
On the others.
No, hey, not. I'm bringing you Who's, not Yuga's bringing Who's. I'm bringing just like any other community can go onto the other side. I'm making sure I bring my community into the other side because I want them to enjoy all the amazing experiences that are going to be developed on the other side. So that's not any alpha. That's just what's happening.
The beat in our intro is actually from my hoo that I have from your project. So we definitely wanted to thank you for, you know, creating that, and we've got a professional fucking beat as our intro. It sounds amazing.
I'm your host Mozy,
And I'm Freelance.
and welcome to the show.
We've come a long way, and now we're at Miami NFT Week in a Benz Sprinter with Illa, with Darius. Man, it's a fucking awesome time. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, brother.